What lessons do you believe and think?
So, David, the lesson for John Mahama, if there's a linkage, is that he should move beyond rhetorics and do more of substance. Because what the Ghanaian people have shown is that you can run the most flamboyant campaign. You can have the best singers. You can even bring Celine Dion on stage. You can have the dancers. You can become the dance god of the political scape. You can bring the greatest artist, Bob Marley, on stage and follow you everywhere.
Or Michael Jackson.
You can campaign in a yacht. You can do whatever that you want. But if the person dips the hand in the pocket and cannot find money, cannot fend for themselves, David, cannot clothe their family, cannot provide food and shelter for their family, they will vote against you. And another lesson John Mahama must never forget, and David, yesterday I was saying this on Saturday on the Show FM, is that one of the dangerous things any leader will find himself in is a leader that doesn't listen. David, post the election, what has been the refrain? He didn't listen. He said he didn't listen. John Mahama must know that the Siedun Ketia-led executives of the NDC is part of why they won the elections. The grassroots of the NDC is part of why they won the elections. And it's not just the NDC that won the MPP. The NDC members are not 6 million in this country. They know they are not. The ordinary Ghanaian voted for him. And he must never isolate himself from there. Akufo-Addo in December told us that when the trotro drivers speak, he hears. John Mahama must hear the trotro drivers. John Mahama must not limit himself to the Standogis and only listen to cheerleaders. John Mahama should never call CSOs professional Jeremiahs. That they are the wailing prophet. They can only wail and talk. They cannot have any sensible thing to say. John Mahama should never do that. John Mahama should not always type step as vice president. John Mahama should not come and do family and friends. John Mahama must appoint competent people. People he, the president, can call to order. John Mahama should not tell people that, yes, I know you are corrupt, but I believe in the fullness of time you'll be exonerated. No, John Mahama must not do that.
On the point you made on, the people he's going to be appointing for them to work with. You know what he said? John Mahama himself said that there's no room for people who are not prepared to work for the country. There's no room for people who be lazy.
It is grammar. I like to see action.
He has a track record. Said these things.
He has a track
Let's see
record.
how he pans them out.
He has a track record. Under his tenure, Abu Gapele was jailed. Victoria Hammer, when the audio leaked that he wanted $1 million, he resigned. And David, I always say that when you are criticizing leadership, you don't criticize on emotions. John Mahama's worst corruption perception index is 43. His best is 48. Akufo-Addo's best corruption perception index is 43. On that score, John Mahama has better corruption fighting index than Akufo-Addo. Your emotions aside, these are facts according to Transparency International. What that should tell John Mahama is that he has nothing to lose. And David, that's what I fear most when I'm analyzing Mahama. He won't come back again. But his party will come. The consequences of Akufo-Addo's tone deafness, the consequences of Akufo-Addo's misgovernance, the consequences of the debt exchange, the consequences of the president who doesn't listen to his executives. Go back and watch Nana B's interview at Peace FM. Was the DNE levy? DNE emission levy. Today, he has secured himself a term president. His boxer shorts will be paid for him. His TV will be bought for him. His rent will be paid for him. His shop money will be paid for him. He is sorted. But the MPP party is in the lowest abyss ever in 28 years. So, your mama must never forget that he may secure himself as a family, but the party that made him John Mahama, since he became member of parliament for Bole Bamboy in the 90s, he should never forget, because he entered parliament the same time for Akufo-Addo, 7 January 1997. You've seen how he has left, and he's seen how Ghanaians have trusted him. David, a minute and then I end. Mahama lost with close to $1 million. He's won with a plus of 1.6. What that means is that within 8 years of Akufo-Addo's reign, 2.6 million Ghanaians have gained confidence in him. Because David, if you owe at the bank 100 Ghana cedis, then 8 years later we go and your balance is 260 cedis, what does it mean? You pay the debt of 1 million and you've gained what, 1.6. He should never forget that. David, if I were him, I would print that election results at the back of my. He shouldn't put his picture there. And David, lastly, to his appointees.
To be a reminder.
To his appointees. John Mahama should never bring a regional minister who himself is like the president, takes arrogant posture. Have you seen the shame that happened on Saturday? Have you read the statement from Irujet? The contractor building the hospital is saying that the hospital is not ready, but they've managed to bring the press. You see, that's why David always say that the tone deafness has managed to package the president to go to Syria to cut sword. Meanwhile, the contractor Irujet has told us publicly that the hospital is not completed. So he should also bring appointees, David, who will listen to the base of the party. Appointees who will not call on radio station and say that because you criticize me, I won't talk. An appointee who thinks that he can blacklist media organization because we don't do him regional minister. Oh, champion minister, champion minister. We are not here to sing the praises of ministers. He should appoint people who will work, not people who want journalists to sing his praises. And lastly, David, I wish every month you will go to the regions and do a town square, a public gathering,
a town hall kind of
a town hall
program.
I think Kofo was doing that, Leo.
Yeah.
And take the feedback of the people, because if he's not careful, the odium for no will disgrace.
Let's rope in our listeners.